We combine tailor-made speed, maximum forgiveness, and a new level of fitting to give you more distance from more of the face. Unlock another level with the all-new QI35.
Yeah, that's the one.
From TaylorMade.
Cala, thanks for joining us inside the ropes this morning. Congratulations, the Big Sky Conference Golfer of the Week after a T4 finish in Fresno, California this week. What a week for you. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been crazy.
So walk us through. Obviously, let's get to the golf course first. You had 3 rounds in Fresno, started off at even par 72, bumped up to a 77, and then you take 11 strokes off in that final 18 holes. What was the week for you like in Northern California?
Yeah, it was great. So the first day was 36 holes. So I kind of think of like my 72 and the 5 over. Um, I don't always think of my rounds on 36 as like 18-18. It's kind of just like a string of 36. So I had just a solid start, and then right in the middle around like I'd say like hole 22, I had like a string of bogeys, and then I ended well. So the 5 over was just like whatever. And then it was actually funny because then that night my parents were there, and I got back to the hotel late, and I was talking with our senior, and I was like, I'm so close to like just shooting my best, like I can feel it. And then I went and shot a 66. So that was pretty crazy. And that round was just a lot of I didn't do anything different. I just made some putts and had no bogeys.
No bogeys, a clean scorecard. Birdies on 2, 3, 4. So you were able to get going quick. And then 7, 12, 14. Can you take us into the moment as you're playing that round, how you managed it?
So I actually started on hole 6 because it's shotgun start. So
Okay.
yeah, so I started on hole 6, and then on hole 7 I chipped in for birdie, and then it was just I can't even remember. I was solid, just pars, like good light putts and hitting greens. And then I can remember as soon as I got to 3 under, I had maybe like 8 holes left or something. And then that's when I was like, okay, like close here. So then I missed probably like 4 greens in a row and saved my up and downs. And then my last 5 or 4 holes, I went through 3 under. So that was where it was crazy. And my last hole was a tough par 3, and I had like a 9 iron into the green, and I left it probably 30 yards short, and then chipped on to save par. So that was like crazy because I knew I was 6 under at that point.
Were you watching the scoreboard overall, the leaderboard, just kind of seeing where you were at, or were you just focused on what was happening in your own round?
So they had usually we do live scoring on our phones, but they had people taking our scores. So they had like our names on a whiteboard every 3 holes. I knew my score, and I was like thinking about it lots, but I like wasn't up on the leaderboard. So I like wasn't worried about that, but I wanted to keep staying 6 under. So
That kind of leads me to the next question, Kala. How have you grown on the golf course? Like we've seen you since you were this high playing in our Golf Manitoba events, and now you're in your second year at Weber State. How have you been able to manage everything both on and off the course?
yeah, definitely I've noticed an improvement from last year, especially last fall or spring. So last spring I definitely got burnt out. It was like a lot with like flying every week and then the 6 a.m. workouts and everything. So this fall I started talking to some psychologists and just working on like how to manage burnout and like motivation and practicing as much as you want, but still keeping a balance. So I think that's been the biggest change. And I've noticed so much this spring, but also I'd say with our team, we work a lot on course management, and that's been huge for us, just hitting greens and like where to miss, where not to miss. And I think that's probably been one of the biggest improvements.
So it sounds like off the course might be almost more important for you right now than what you're doing when you're standing on the green stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Like one of the big things our team is focused on is like taking a break. So like the day after the tournament, not really like looking at a club, or if you do practice, you have to like do something for yourself on that day too.
So you had a fourth place finish this week. Earlier this year, you finished T2. Do you feel like you're playing some of your best golf coming into summer now when you get back here into Manitoba in a couple months?
Right now I feel good with my game, but like I know how quick it can switch. So who knows what will happen in the summer. Right now I'm just worried about this next tournament and then conference.
Probably shouldn't say a couple months. We're only a few weeks away from it now that
Yeah.
we look at the calendar. It's early April here. Are you gearing up? Are you thinking about coming back home yet? Are you still locked into everything
Yeah.
at Weber State?
I'm actually getting excited. Like, yeah, I'm getting excited to come back. Just I need to work. I need some money and it'll just be I love like summers in Clarny, so it'll be fun.
We mentioned off the top Big Sky Conference Golfer of the Week. What did that mean to you and how did you find out?
Um, so this is the second time I've gotten it, and I just get a notification on Instagram that I've been like tagged in a post. So it's exciting, but um, I'm more excited about like the score I shot.
Before we let you go, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about your home course. Killarney Lakeside Golf Club is one of the newest member clubs at Golf Manitoba. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, this is really cool because I've always been announced like a public player, so it'll be nice to say I'm from Killarney. That's where I work, so I love it there. Definitely come. And yeah, it's a great course and just a good atmosphere. So
Do you have a favorite hole out there?
probably hole 15,
Why?
like along the lake, just
Yeah.
like scenic and a good green.
18's not the easiest either. I left one in there in the fall.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Cala, congratulations on a great week and continued success. We'll see you back home here sooner than later.
Thank you.